I'm sort of at a very interesting point in my life. You know, video was a passion for 35 years, and I'm going, you know, it still is a passion, but there's something else for me to do out there, and I don't quite know what it is yet.
Hank's passion over more than 3.5 decades has given him the opportunity to experience and capture amazing footage. His creativity while out in the field is just a start to what lies ahead in the edit bay.
The editing is really my passion because that's basically where the video comes together, right? You take all your footage, right? You take all this information and you have to put it together so it's coherent and it's entertaining. I've always found editing to be my passion. That's where the magic happens. I first started off working for the Ontario government, and I produced multi-projector slideshows on conservation education.
Hank then moved to Vancouver, but after only 1 year there, in 1981, Hank decided to move farther north when he landed the job with School District 59 as an audio-visual media specialist.
Because I was doing slideshows, photography and slideshows, video was just coming in. You know, that's the days of when Betamax first started and that sort of thing. I'm working for the school district here at the time, and then I got approached to do a promotional slideshow on Dawson Creek, and I said, I can do one better. I'll produce a video. Because in my mind I kept saying, I'm a producer, I'm a producer. I had no idea. So I basically had a Betamax camera, and I produced a video, a promotional video on Dawson Creek. And it was, if you see it now, it's like, it's really bad, right? But they loved it because it was video, commercial video was just coming in at that time.
Then in 1983, Hank started his own production company. He has seen many changes in the industry and a never-ending progression in technology. Cameras and editing systems were very different then.
At that time, I was shooting with a 3/4 inch machine, which weighed about 45 pounds. Then I bought my first professional camera, which weighed 22 pounds, and the tripod, I believe, weighed something like 35 pounds. So here I was carrying over 100 pounds of equipment at that time, right? And it was all linear editing. It was from machine to machine. And if you made a mistake or you got a bad tape, you had to start all over again, right? And then I think it was in 1996, I bought my first non-linear editor, which was, I believe it was like $17,000, and it had 4 gigabytes of memory. I thought, I'll never use 4 gigabytes of memory, right? And it's interesting. You know, now I've got something like 12 terabytes, right? So it's come a long ways. Projects I've worked on basically from Vancouver all the way to the Arctic Circle over the last 35 years. I have to say I've had an adventurous life because I've flown out of a lot of helicopters, actually sitting with my legs out of the helicopter filming. You know, now they have these drones which do a beautiful job, but when I was filming my day, it was basically sitting half out of the helicopter to get good footage.
There's a long list of projects and productions Hank has produced, from promotional and educational to videos of our great wilderness.
I've done a lot of work in the Muskoka Chica, filming wildlife. That was sort of my passion for a number of years. I tried to spend 10 days a year up in the mountains filming mountains and wildlife. Worked on a production called Champagne Safari, which was a National Film Board production that won an Emmy, and they hired me on as location sound. So that was a lot of fun, working with the National Film Board as well. You know, I'm 65 now, and at this stage of my life, I'm going, gee, you know, maybe it's time to do something else. So I'm exploring right now. I'm not totally giving up video. One of the main reasons I got into it was to do my own work. And basically, I've done commercial work. I'm looking at possibly maybe doing a documentary, some type of video which isn't for a particular company or person, just an expression of myself. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Working alone can have its advantages, but also can be very lonely.
Most of my career as a video producer has been solo. I never wanted to get big enough to hire employees. You know, I'd have to keep them working. And so it's basically taking care of myself and my family. But It's a bit lonely as well, working solo for all these years. So I'm looking at something that involves more interaction with people.
A career in video production can be very educational. We learn so much about things we normally wouldn't have the opportunity to.
I feel very fortunate because I have learned so many different things, because each project, in order to put a video together, you have to really research what you're doing. So I've been in coal mines, I've been underground, I've worked with environmental people. In order to produce a video, you need to know very much about it in order to tell the story. So I've learned a lot of things over the years. I kind of treasure those experiences. It's allowed me to really meet a variety of people and situations. I'm grateful for that, to have had all those experiences.
Hank has had a very successful career, and I'm sure we will see more of his work in the future. I'm thinking more wilderness productions. For Go on Shaw TV, I'm Diane Townsend.